Coming up on today's episode, big news from the PSL holds play in the top flight. The young students share spoils with Warumwa. The Herentals Queens drop points for the first time this season. And on the spotlight today, we zero in on midfield maestro William Mpuma's journey in football. This is the Herentals Football Show. Last week, the students made a rambling trip to the Midlands for a clash against Chesham Football Club, who were in a buoyant mood at their home ground, the Butter Stadium. Chesham fans were out in full force, with Herentals also boasting a massive travelling support, setting an intriguing environment in the terrace. A titanic battle in the team's first top-flight meeting ended in a stalemate, with 10-man Herentals unlucky not to have snatched the 3 points against the construction boys. With a PSL debut for Nevermind Antonio and a clean sheet on the road, the team welcomed the point and hailed the performance as a mark of maturity on the team's part.
Asi team yanga ine 2 defeat. Saka takatongopa kumukwedu straight amana. Let's go and fight for a draw. At least a draw inotipa a picture going forward. Saka ani boys down tatakangosimbisa kuti zvakaramba zvewin takutoro draw. According to performance yedu yatinchita pahome samasupporters edu anomboita kunge ambopleta down but tauya kwaaway morari masupporters edu vanenge vatori hai. Saka tichaedza nepatogona kuti tikwanise kufadzawo masupporters edu aramba achitisupporta whether tiri away or tiri home.
Going forward, we have to go with another attitude. I like the character of the boys, They did not give up today when they were playing them here. That's the attitude that I give a plus to the boys, and I look forward to that they're going to keep on doing that attitude. The character element or the fighting spirit, this is what we have been lacking with the team, but it seems like there is a restoration to that. So I'm looking forward to that they're going to have a better game in the upcoming fixtures or in the next coming fixture. So it's somewhere where we can say we have got a beginning point right now after losing twice in a row at home, So I look forward to that they are going to give us something better in the app and also the way they've been showing themselves.
An interesting matchup was awaiting the students who were scheduled to come up against another newly promoted team in the form of a stacked Shamba side, Simba Bora, which also boasts a number of experienced players in their ranks. The Matchday 13 clash was slated for Thursday, the 8th of June at the National Sports Stadium, but this soon turned into a no-show after the Premier Soccer League dropped a bombshell, announcing that all top-flight matches had been suspended until the 1st of July to allow time for maintenance work to the stadiums, giving the students a sudden break and the ominous promise of an explosive return in 3 weeks. With the senior men's team out of action, the onus fell on the Herentals under-20 side to take center stage, and their task could not have come any clearer. A top-of-the-table clash saw the students head to Morris Depot grounds for a big match-up against table-topping Black Mambas, who were sitting 4 points ahead of Herentals, leaving very little margin for error. The young students had a chance to trim the gap down to 1 point with the win over Mambas, who were backed by a vibrant home support. The match kicked off at a terrific pace with Mambas showing venom in their approach, but the students held their own and slowly but surely found their feet in the match, leading to a 0-0 scoreline at the break. The tide swung in the second half and there was no letting up from the students who were camped in the Mambas half. With news filtering in from other venues that third-place Golden Eagles were losing to Harare City at Motor Action, the game picked a tempo up. But at the end of 90 minutes, nothing could separate the two teams, with Mambas staying top of the log and Herentals moving up to second. At the end of it all, Coach Paul Benzer gave his post-match reactions, and some of the players who also spoke about how difficult the match was and how impressive a point in the den of their enemy was.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting, and that is what we missed last year, where we had only a few teams creating a big gap into the top 4. This year it's very interesting because, like today, having drawn, it's not surprising that we are going to drop up into the 5th position or into the 6th position, and I'm happy for competition because it gives even our players the need to fight hard.
And what are you going to tell the players? Say to the players.
Yeah, I'm going to congratulate them for keeping a clean sheet because that was our main objective coming into this game. That we were supposed to get at least to try and safeguard the point that we already had before the game started. So I'm going to congratulate them, and then I have them focus on the next game against again another very competitive side, Commando, at home.
Yeah, I think it was a fair result. We didn't play the best football we played, so we take the point. Started off a bit slow, and yeah, I think we were more intimidated. But then we saw that it's a normal game, so we tried to then adjust. But then getting on there box was a bit tricky on our end, so we're always defending. So draw was a decent result. I'm getting there. I'm adjusting and I'm enjoying it. Physical nature is always part of the sport. So we're okay. My performance there wasn't the best, but then I think we'll just pick up from today. Yeah, it's a good result, so we just stay positive and work.
But in the second half, tazoita bounce back tikaita zvinhu zviri nani kuti tese titore point from away. Saka I think kuti draw angarirai sevanhu vangu vari away handitika vaita stand up unotoona kuti pamwe pacho mune vadiki but through pakuti kutaurirana nezvinhu zvatazoita pahalf time tiri kudressing room nematauriro aita coach vanhu vaita rise kusvika papezvini nekuti tazowana point away. Saka I think kuti zvanga zviri right. Nhasi performance yangu zvanga zviri nani but not to the best yekuti ndinotarisira because today I didn't play. Ndanchingomanga kutamba kwangu kwaita kushoma. Saka I think kuti for today handizvo zvanga zviri nani andingati handiri to the best.
It was a tough match. But we had a good performance, especially in the second half. Because in the first half, it was really tough. I'm going up in the first half, but luckily we managed to contain them in the first half. So when we went into the second half, we were okay. The message we had after, it pushed us. So that energy, we need this. So a point away, it's a good thing.
What should we perform?
Yeah, I can't say 100%, but I was there. It's coming up.
It was a tactical game because the game is up for that. Mashure goes over this season. Didn't go. 2018 first season. Then second league they go as a foot. Then 2019 first league they go as a. So that's what we are going to do. So man, in India those were not one gara. So I want to change my play. I want to talk good defense. So Nanchwandra defense then going forward. It was a good game. My coach told me that we have to improve on defensive because in the ones who very steady. So coach, what do you have to balance your strength? You cannot go to attack. You cannot go to say good defender because in modern football mazwan ofana kuenda kumberi ofana kuzoka mashure. So mazwan ndakugona zvese kuenda mberi kuzoenda mashure. So mandaona kuti vakandigara ndakuandira kumashure create space so that I can go forward. Most of the guys we play together at our homes. So it's a derby. But not all Zivana, so it's a competitive game. Kind of sanga.
inaugurate this new premises or this new building, we are embarking on a new journey, all my fellow students. Herentals has been there providing quality education to us all students. As we know, we are celebrating our Silver Jubilee. This has shown a significance that Herentals has made 25 years of providing quality education. That's why it is still in running. We want to thank you all that have worked hard for the past 25 years to provide this education that we did not expect. We thank you. Go to the next page.
Parents, guardians, teachers, and all my fellow students.
My name is Lindsay Nota, and they are my colleagues.
My name is Pilania Matsmanga.
My name is Nadine Mandel.
We are all grade 5 learners. We are here to recite our poem titled, Who Am I?
Tears of joy running down my cheeks. Oh wait, I can't believe my eyes. Welcome to Herentals, where we rise, and rise. Take a sip from a pool, you won't think twice.
Just about 2 decades ago, just a little girl, I was so little in the eyes of many. But look at me now, 25 is the story.
Here am I, celebrating Silver Jubilee, 25 years of progress and prosperity. Knowledge and wisdom lingers in my veins. Come join me and let us rise.
Oh, dear friends, dear parents, dear Zimbabwe, with Herentals, we rise and rise and rise.
May we kindly move towards that area written reception there where there's the ribbon. May you kindly move towards that. Our SMC, our regional heads, may we join them. Our heads, may we join. Our teachers, may we join. Also our parents, our esteemed parents, may you also join and witness the official opening of Herentals Private School in Hatfield.
Champions believe in themselves.
Tinowane kutenda kwakanyanyisa chaizvo kune Herentals group of schools. Tisingakanganwi our revered scholar, our hero, Professor I.G. Benza, for leading a team that has been able to get us this far. Tinostenda, we don't take anything here for granted. We don't take anything for granted. Tichakuremembai pane zvose. Tichafamba tese kosvika tisvike patinosvika. Tichivhura masenders all over.
The birth of Herentals Hatfield as a new branch is indeed a materialization, a fulfillment of our vision for 2023, that is celebration, construction, and growth. And indeed, the birth of this center today is a testimony of the fulfillment of that theme. We are indeed very grateful to our partners in business, FBC Bank, for their presence and that partnership, which has seen the birth of this center today.
Full throttle action called on Saturday in a clash of giants as Herentals Queens marched into one commando ground seeking to dehorn Black Rhinos Queens on their home patch. The Black Rhinos Queens saw their monopoly over the Women's Super League crown ended ruthlessly last season by Herentals Queens, and there was no love lost as the rivalry was renewed. Herentals pulled a double over Black Rhinos last season on their way to dethroning them as the women's champions, and the warm Saturday sunshine marked the latest installment in their rivalry. Drama, thrills and spills as the top two teams in the Women's League played out an exciting 1-1 draw and a pulsating match where nothing was taken for granted. After weathering a storm and seeing 3 points slip away at the end, Herentals maintained their unbeaten start to the season and took a precious point against a formidable opponent.
We are fighters, tafighters, vanasingafungiri kuti tichatozowanikwawo tichagohwesa tiri kwaaway, but draw yoyo itori right. Sevanhu vari kwaaway. Takurudzirana kuti tofanonge position discipline, munhu anofanonge ari paposition yake. Tobva tareduce pressure. Vanhu kwatazowana gopora.
Performance yedu tanga iri low cause tanga tichitya Rhinos big team. So tanga tiri a little bit down. Chiti maybe saka tazoridhira later on kuti ivo vanenge vachitotityawo futi. Tadazonodecide kuti tinoorganize second half tisimudze game redu.
Tinekutamba neRhinos tiri away zvatikurira pakuti Rhinos yakagara yatostrategize kuti Herentals zvinoita sei inotora of which for last year I think takavadya home and away, saka vanhu vanga vatori a bit harder because vanga vaziva kuti sisi tiri machampions for the last season. So at first half it was tough, vanga vakatigara bamba nekuti isusu tase tastrategize kumira kwedu nekuti sitangoyo takarelaxa kuti tikuita sei tikuwina sekungowina kwatikaita last year. Saka ndo challenge atazowana pakutandika relax a little bit. Saka pa second half tazoudzana SG my players kuti guys ngatidai titese tidzoke chimugame.
I'm okay. Zvekuti we fight as a team, we did our best. Chero hazvo zvatatakatasira kuti ndo zvichaitika ka hazvisiri izvo zvazoitika, but still ndosaka kubhora kune 3 results: win, draw ne lose. Iyoyo 1 point iyoyo yatatora ka inokwanisa kuti league inotorwa kana ne 1 point. Saka yanga iri clash of top 1 kuti iri pa number 1 neiri pa number 2. Tanga tichifaitirana kuti tiwane kuti achaita pa number 1 ndiani. So kushare kwataita ma points I think zviri nani. Of course haisiri yo result yatakatarisira, but it happens in football.
I feel like I've got a word for somebody. Life, just as we all know it, is full of emotions. Hakuna kana game 1 where in 90 minutes you can be able to fully express yourself. like football.
Chance, and it's a goal! Nice! Oh, it was spectacular.
If our favorite player scores, hi, boy, jubilation! But if they miss, I'll get to shame. If the referee makes a very bad decision, we are so disheartened. If our team loses, I could go on and on and on and on. But simply put, football is 90 minutes of pure emotion.
Let your emotions run wild with the Castle Lager Premier Soccer League. Bora Redu, live on ZTN Prime.
In Coach Kumbirai Mutueguziwa's season reflections, he dived into the unique and interesting storyline about the emerging rivalry between the students and PSL champions FC Platinum and what makes the fixture so special.
Best moments could be the game against FC when we won on penalty at Mandawa. That was the best game for us. You know, we had been talking to ourselves that whatever happens with FC, we should be dying in the pitch to win the game. You know, every time when we face them, it's in our mind now that we should go and do our best to win that game. We might be poor to another team, but against FC, we should be the best. Whatever situation is, that was what was in our minds. I like that attitude because the mind of winners, the mind of champions to come. So we are guided by another team that is doing well. That is that gives us that mentality, you know. So it was one of the best. It was one of the best moments in football that easily motivates everyone. So it gives us the greatest feeling. For me, it was the best achievement that I could talk of because when we won against FC, our minds have told us that we are going to win the cup because we have never reached that cup ever. It was our first final as a club. Unfortunately, we did not win it, but we had gathered something, or we had created something, you know, which means the upcoming Chibuku games, we have to do our best again in memory of what happened in the last games. So those were the best moments, and also the other games that have been coming here and there, they've been also exciting, you know, with some youngsters showcasing their talent. Clinton Jim, if we look at Jefferson Marua, if we look at Prince Chamwa, and also Brighton, they've been doing so well for us, and they've been giving us that confidence.
Earlier on in the season, the students geared up for the Platinum Test, and despite respect for the champions, there was no fear in the camp, with the players talking up the game before the clash. When the match finally rolled by, it was business as usual, with Wavamburi pegging back the champions and finishing it off in spectacular style through a brilliant Tino Benza goal.
But one Mutudza trying to go past a cluster of markers, but it's taken away now. Benza on his way. Oh, an opportunity now. Tino Benza! Benza! And it's a goal!
He's made it crystal clear that scoring goals is his bread and butter. He knows very well the amount of weight that's on his shoulders, not only as a player, but also as a proprietor of this institution here. Big hugs coming through from father to son. Tino Benza, coolly.
On the spotlight this week, football journeyman William Mupoma recollects his steps in the game and explains how his experience has shaped him into the player he is today.
Okay, he started in 2017. I was to Shaban Mine and I was signed same under. But that year, I managed to play about 37 games. So from there, 2018, I was still to Shaban. Then in 2019, I was to Greenfield. In 2020, I was kuwawa, but andinakuzotamba kuwawa through pakuti pane zvema contracts zvakasitase zvakazonetsa tiwizve zvindazosvika kuchi kuherentals.
And then all that, he is one of the most experienced players. Going to all those clubs, how did that help to develop a career there?
Yeah, zvakandibatsira kuti sometimes panooma magames mamwe atinotamba like ratatinaro nhasi unoshowa a good character, unosimudzira vanhu paunonoti unotozviona wega iwe kuti zviri kurema, but iwe ukasamira manje vadiki vese vanotase vanotongotya. Saka I think kuti mateams andakatamba nemaplayers acho andakatambawo nawo anga ari mahombe vakandibuildawo kuti ndiwo a good player kusvika ndave pandiri izvezvi.
As always, the power of song is one of the Herentals family's bonding elements, and we can already see some of the cheerleaders in the team who take up to the mic away from the playing field.
pandinoti mawani ndikureva kuti 5+2 wobva wazoedha 1 tarisa wachi giraundi rese rabva rabvisa mabhachi apa ndichipinda zvangu ndakarova gochi ndine jini rewhite please don't touch ndikuda kuzonyanya svosi kugochi gochi vamwe tovasiya zvavo vachidya manhuchi avana mafiriji asi vari kuda kundichengetera godo vatarise maminesi vachaona kuti kuimba hadzisi godo after 8 ukangondidhisa chete pasopo ndinokupa kobo yakapiwa Trevor Dongo paye yakarova tobo ukada kutamba neni unozviruza usingandiziye shedza usidi womumvunza anokuudza kuti madinga noumburudza ndakasiya magogo achipururudza.
Looking in from the outside, it would appear that football is compressed into just 90 minutes of non-stop action. But a lot goes on in the build-up to the match, and when the final whistle goes off, the noise dies down as normalcy returns and the teams prepare to rest, recover, and repeat the process once more. This is the Herentals Football Show. Thank you for watching. Do join us again next week.